Welcome back to another very exciting episode of Modern Motors. Today we're doing a very much anticipated video. We are doing the 10.25 inch, that's a tongue twister, screen inside our Giulia. This works for the Giulia and Stelvio platform. If you guys didn't know, on the Giulias, the very base model, they used to come with a 6.5 inch, and I think they did away with that in 2017. And then they came out with the 8.8, or the 8.8 was pretty much standard on QVs and everything else. This is an aftermarket unit that's 10.25. A lot of people have been asking us for touchscreens. This is a touchscreen. Android unit, CarPlay, all that really cool stuff. We should be able to watch TV. Well, we're not going to watch TV, but we could if we wanted to watch TV here. So this is a pretty cool unit. Our friend GT Beast 88 upgraded to the 2020 Plus unit on his older car. He no longer needed this, so we took it off his hands. And yeah, this is gonna be a how-to install. We're gonna get straight into the interior. I know you guys won't need the whole install video, and some of this can get pretty boring, but if you guys could stick around because it really helps out our watch time, I greatly appreciate you. Another reason you may be considering swapping your screen is you may have some cracking. I don't know if you can tell. It's a pretty common issue in the Giulia and Stelvios that these screens kind of crack for the older models. So this isn't too bad, but other people can be a lot worse. If you guys watched our Stelvio video for the SGW bypass, pretty much the same thing. We're gonna pull this up. You're gonna want to drop your steering wheel down and pull it all the way out if you can. You get a little leverage up here. I know it's a little hard to see, but on this side right here, there's a T25. On this side over here, you can kind of see it. It's a T25. I'm gonna use a T25 and an extension and get them off. And once you have the two T25s out, you're gonna pull on each side, and you are going to there's just one plug holding it in. This little tiny thing right here. Pop it out. And your cluster's out. Not too bad. It's a little red tab that you just pull up on and it pops right out. Once you get inside here, you can see that there is a T25. If you can see it right in here that we're gonna get to. So the next piece that we need to get to is behind this piece right here. And unfortunately, to get here, you have to drop the entire glove box. All it is a bunch of T25s that I'm going to get to. There's a few inside, a few down below. But yeah, I'm gonna go through that now. Okay, underneath there's a bunch of T20s. They're not T25s. In here, there's 3 T25s. Every car is different. Stelvio versus Giulia, even probably newer models, but for me there are 3 T25s in the bottom. We're all T20s. There's 2 big T30s holding in the glove box, and that's where we're gonna get to next. T30s. Once those 2 are out, the glove box in theory should drop. Alrighty, now that is off, well, that took more prying than I care to admit. It is officially off and disconnected. I think this is broken, or maybe it comes disconnected. Maybe I broke it, I don't know. Not every mod is for everybody. This is not for the faint of heart. Definitely a lot of disassembly of your interior. Thankfully, I've done it enough times to feel comfortable with it, but you know, this may not be everybody's favorite mod. You can always take this to somebody to professionally install. The next thing that we need to get out is this ETM. That's where the harness is going to plug into. So obviously you take this glove box out. It's a T25. You're going to take this plastic shroud off. They're all T25s. There's about 4 of them. And there's 2 T30s in the back. I am going to attempt to get there. I may not be able to get the camera in there because it's very tight and I'm going upside down to get into that. But yeah, we're going to drop the ETM now. Just as a reminder, we're doing this without any instructions, so it's probably going to go a lot faster for you, a lot harder for me, because I'm just going off of what I think. So this harness, it's like a jumper harness. You unplug the OEM ETM, you plug it into this harness, you jump it, you can see it in the back. I'm going to plug everything that's been unplugged just back in so I can get a test run to see if everything is working properly. If it is, we can put everything back. If not, then we got to figure out where some of these other things go to. I think we should be fine though. Just doing an update with you guys. Everything's kind of like dangling, sitting in here. So it looks like it's like, you know, China for you, you know, not Alfa Romeo, Alfa RMO. So it looks like I'm still trying to get the audio, because like if the audio plays, it's not whatever this is. Okay, I'm glad I restarted the day. It's a new day, as you can tell. It's early in the morning. So you plug that harness in and you're pretty much done. I did a test. I can show you guys a test run of it. Well, I can't because it's gonna connect to my phone. But I did a test run. Everything works properly. I couldn't get the audio last night just because I didn't turn on the aux. So I didn't turn off my actual radio. Once you plug that harness in, there's two cords down here that you'll see. I don't know if you can see them. These two, you don't need to plug them into anything. And then these as well, you don't need to plug them into anything. I am going to run the harness all the way up, and I put this back in. I will show you guys all the wires fed through, and everything else I'm going to be plugging in back here to give you guys a good breakdown. But the ETM isn't hard to get to. It's just there's really no space, and it's really hard to turn it around to try to get your plugs in. So it's not too hard of an install. I was really tired last night. It's just very time consuming. All right, so I fished the wire up through here. It's right up here. I'm gonna fish it through the back and all the way out through this side. But just kind of showing you guys how I'm feeding these lines up through this. The next two things are the antenna and the GPS. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug the GPS up here and fish it through down over here somewhere. I'll leave it up there. And I think I'm gonna put this, I already tried closing the door on it. I think I'm gonna put this like vertical right here and then fish it through over here and all the way through here. So I'm gonna try to figure it out right now. All right, now you guys can see, I kind of shoved it in through here. You guys can kind of see that. Tucked it in all the way around. Same thing with this one, I tucked it in. I took the vent off and I kind of just pushed it all the way in. If you guys can kind of see it, pushed it all the way in. So they came through here, and I'm feeding the wires through the back and both wires coming out on this side. So the last wire we need to get to, this one has two USB dongles. And I kind of need them. I just don't know where a good place to put them is. And I know this is gonna be favored, but I'm highly contemplating drilling a hole in my glove box. So these sit in the glove box. May not be a good idea, maybe a good idea. Now you guys can see the wire is through, and these can be tucked in here. The wire will feed through here. Now that this thing is all the way through, it made it look real clean. There's only a few plugs that we're gonna need. This one says GPS, 4G. The main harness goes in here. Those USBs go right here. Then the power cord is right here. Power, main harness, USB fed through over here, and then the two antennas. We are going to plug everything in and then roll everything up to try to make it look a little bit cleaner in here so it's not like a rat's nest back here. And I'll let you know once everything's put together. All right, so as you could tell, we put everything back together. If you want instructions to put everything back together, just repeat the video backwards. So a few things to note, like right here in this corner, you guys can't really tell how much it is. It's not the end of the world, but it doesn't like line up 100%. If you're like super anal, this may bug you. I am, it bugs me. If you look inside here, there's all the wires tucked away nice and neat. Everything looks pretty OEM. Now, if you're pretty picky, because it's so big, it's kind of like tilted. We're gonna turn it on right now so you see. It's like kind of tilted.
Oh, I see what you mean.
It's not the end of the world. As far as like the latency of like how quick is it, it's pretty quick. To get to the main apps that you want, or your CarPlay, I already have my phone connected. So, to my understanding, this is just like a tablet, so I should be able to download a whole bunch of apps onto this thing. There we go. Push play, so like, it's pretty responsive. Pretty nice. You can tell I have a low battery. I've been filming this all day. This is not a hard install, but it is a very tedious install, taking off all the panels. If you have like me and have like no room to work with, you're upside down. Again, a link to buy this, you know, I'm not going to give a link. You can find it, Google. If you can't find it, don't DM me, find it. Apps. Wow, you should watch our newest reel if you haven't already. See if this thing works. Watching my own videos. This car hasn't turned on since literally last year, so we're gonna see if it looks crusty. You can watch YouTube on here. Not that you should.
You should.
But maybe like while you're waiting or something. And different stuff like that.
Scott, get out of there.
If you wanted to go back to like your normal, you can go back to like the regular, kind of like enlarged a little bit. You can go back. You can't touch it. Once you touch it, it takes you right out of it. So you would have to go to car info and you have to use like the regular dial, like normal, and it'll kick you right back out. We can play with a whole bunch of different stuff.
Oh,
music,
nice.
VR, dashboard.
Oh wow.
Oh, it actually pulls RPM.
That's cool, dude. Alright.
That's kind of cool.
Thanks.
That's kind of, yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. So you got the dashboard, you got the car info, you got like regular settings. Let me make sure my reverse camera still works actually. Oh, it's bigger.
Bigger. Nice.
Wow.
Cool.
It's not all ghetto and small.
You have to squint to see where you're going.
There we go. Alrighty.
Wow, that's a plus.
That's a huge plus. I don't know how to get rid of this. We're going to do some more research into there. You can actually put a SIM card in here if you got the money like that and want to throw a SIM card in here. You can do that. A lot of cool features. I'm probably going to go through like more stuff later and show you guys probably in a later video. Overall, super cool mod. Very, very time consuming. Obviously, there was no instructions, and I think I may have mentioned that. The no instructions made it extremely long. I had to figure out where the ETM was. I thought it was over there. Had to go back over here. Found the ETM. Had to drop the ETM. Had to find like a whole bunch of different videos to try to figure out where the ETM was, how to drop it.
There's zero information out there.
You know, I knew how to take this off because my previous. I knew how to take this off for previous videos. This was pretty easy. And then just getting out. I mean, it was just like a lot of steps. And then the harness, I didn't know what stuff to actually plug in, what stuff not to plug in. So I had to plug it in and do test runs and see what worked and what didn't work. So just to run it back, all you need to do is plug that harness into your ETM and then throw out the lines wherever I showed you guys. And that's pretty much it. Pretty self-explanatory.
Okay.
This is where we're going to end today's video. I know we're filming the opening and closing at the same time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully we did it right. And this is, you know.
Hope everything worked out.
Hopefully everything worked out.
Because right now, we don't know what we're doing.
This is in the future, so we don't know. This is in the past. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Once more, you guys can win a 2020 shifter by watching our last video prior to this. Free, easy. If you don't want it, you can sell it. Go subscribe from your brother, sister, mother, I don't care whose account. All we have is 500 subscribers left to hit our goal, and then you get away for free.
Yep.
And there's only like 70 people entered. I mean, that's a lot, but there's only out of 70, you know, pretty good odds.
Yeah.
I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. We have another video that's supposed to come out next week, but it might come out a little sooner because it's a sponsored video, so we may need to push it. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you guys in the very next one, and yeah, see you later. Ready?
Yeah.
Wait for the wind to pass, wait for the wind to pass, wait for the wind to pass. Hopefully this install went well. We did mess up this thing.